Hello, good evening. Sorry, I was just mucking around making sure that we had sound. Hello, welcome to TOD Plays Games. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Jody, nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well if you're still around. I think you dropped that message a little bit earlier before the stream started, but welcome if you're here. And everyone else in chat, welcome. This is kind of a gift from me to you because I was feeling awful on Friday. And the stream was playing up and I just didn't have the brain capacity to function. So this is a catch-up on Friday. This is also going to be a catch-up for Wednesday coming because, you know, there's a certain thing called Space Marine 2 coming out. I'm going to be busy on Wednesday. So this is covering all of those aspects to try and keep us on track with getting this finished soon. What that? Oh, it's just Shadow. Okay, I thought half my ammo was missing. So we're going to really push on. We're going to try and clear some more of the war table, get these companion quests down, and really start to hopefully push the story forward a little bit by, if not the end of today's stream, then the end of tomorrow. I want to be progressing that main story again because there's a lot going on. There's a lot about to kick off.
Why not?
But let's just get straight into this. Because it's been a few days since we've last played, we're going to just bounce back to Skyhold. We're going to send our advisors out on some new quests. Hopefully they've got some worthy rewards for ourselves. For Connor. No, it's not Connor as in Connor. Our Lehman's kid. I don't remember what happened to him in our playthrough, actually. I think he might have died, but I might have tried to save him. I'm not sure. I don't think it's come up. We've never had our Lehman referenced beyond a passing nostalgia hit. I don't think it matters.
And she said you're wrong. Probably. Does it matter? They're just stories. We fought demons.
So today we send these guys on as many quick quests as we can, if we can. An hour, you know, up to an hour around that time frame should be okay to try and get a couple done. We're going to get Cassandra's quest done, or this part of the quest done, and then we're going to push on for Josie and a few others. I'm hoping. Alliances observing the deadlock. Got some gold. Despite their intent to craft a political entity to oppose us, these noble families are too embroiled in their own conflict to even acknowledge us. We have acquired some additional trading partners who are tired of waiting for a winner to emerge. Very nice. Well, these are all quite long again. Red Jenny and the Bad Goods. That sounds like a band. Caravan spotted by Sarah's friends was abandoned after I offered to buy it. There was no documentation to show who arranged it. It appears our scrutiny was enough to scare them off. Amulet of Power for someone. Probably Sarah. Okay, and Cullen. Troll for the crew. That Sutherland lad and his small crew have reported in. Only minor trouble, as expected. Nevertheless, they have increased our presence. They seem useful freelancers. Good. I like that guy. That was already done. Yeah, this Sutherland kid, I don't remember saving him. I don't know where he came from. That's definitely a Liliana. Hey Joe, how we doing? Nice to see you. You doing well? Harvest of History. Can we get you down any... So we can do a couple of sub 2 hours. Oh, that's a quick one. Alright, let's read Annexing Kirkwall. I think this is going to be a Cullen quest, but we'll see. The Western Mage Rebellion is now past. However, the mage who started it all, who destroyed the Chantry in Kirkwall and murdered Grand Cleric Elthenia and dozens of innocent faithful, is still at large. That's Anders, by the way. The fanatic Anders must be brought to justice. Though he may no longer be in the city, it is still home to many of his known associates. I This resolved to invade Kirkwall to locate Anders. Oh, is this Sebastian? To locate Anders, but Starkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city has not proceeded as planned. The city's resistance oppresses me. Good, you're a penis. They forget that I do this for the good of the city and for all the free marches. As a staunch ally of the Inquisition, I entreat support for this endeavour, that Kirkwall may be brought under control before more innocents are harmed. The Prince means to retaliate against anyone whoever harboured Anders. Kirkwall's resistance is headed by Guard Captain Avalyn. With our help, she can break Sebastian's resolve and send him running back to Starkhaven. Yes, absolutely. We're going to put all our chips behind Avalyn. Kick Sebastian's ass out of Kirkwall.
All right.
Love the idea, Cullen. Right, that's Cullen out of the way. This was a long one, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, so we're going to do Josephine over here. Inquisitor, I am not, by several estimations of character, a nice person. As they say, one must have a past to carve a future. Do they say that? We've read this before. Isthamos Goodson. What are we doing here? Recovery, denial, something about a doppelganger. You're free to ignore this situation. Would not be best for the resources of the Inquisition to be unique. The person is simply gone. Josie, you can do it under 2 hours. If you have doubts about this person, simple matter to have a local lord imprison him in relative comfort for the duration of our concern.
Let us begin.
Fine. Absolutely fine. It's under 2 hours. I like it. And then there was a Liliana one that was under 2 hours. No, it was that one, 2 hours 24. We should probably do Dagna's, shouldn't we? We've already read this as well. Inquisitor suffered exposure from tears in the veil, blah blah blah, she wants to study me. Okay, fair enough. She'll have what she needs. I expect it would be difficult to keep her from her. I agree.
Inquisitor.
Dagna gets what Dagna wants. Because she's one of my favourites. That's resources. That's resources. That's a proper quest. That's done. That's a proper quest. Are we actually starting to clear the board a little? That's resources. We need power for that. We're probably not far off. That's resources. They've all been torn open. Continuing research is a new one, I think. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we've got maybe 10 proper quests on this left for now. Actually nice to be starting to get through them. I'm going to be honest, I was really feeling oppressed by the amount of flashy things on there. Right. You're damn right Sarah approves. We did it for her. Accessories. Amulet of Power. You have a Varric and we have a Sarah. And we have a Varric. Milika's Guard. So let's pop that on for Varric. Should have worked. It did. Right, lovely. So I'm trying to. I've been playing The Witcher 2 today, doing a bit of recording. I'm trying to remember what the buttons are for Dragon Age. Go further, can't we? Get there. taking our usual... Oh, we need to go and get Blackwall as well. Because he's left, hasn't he? No, I... What happened then? Yeah, let's go. We're keeping Cassandra until her quest's done, then we'll switch her out with Bull, I think. We'll see. And we only have Varric because there's Red Lyrium here, and I want to see how he interacts with that now we've done his Red Lyrium quest. There's a lot of Red Lyrium still around. But I mean, this stream is probably going to be quite jumpy as we actually focus on quests instead of areas.
At least the war's over.
Come on. Varric. I don't know if he uses traps. I guess shrapnel for bleeding. Cassandra. Wrath of Heaven. She is going all divine on us, so... It does kind of make sense.
Yourself.
That's a funky colour. Right, so we're just going to push on Fallen Sister. That's the Fairbanks thing. We could go and ping the camps.
No crown.
Well, that's one down.
No Inquisition.
These must be the Dale folk.
Fight. You can't win. We own this place.
I think we just won. You underestimate the power of Perlo. What's that? Oh, it's a carving of a griffin? Is this an estate? You stole my kill. Take a look at the dragon. I don't know if we're going to jump straight into a dragon fight right now. We'll get there eventually. But I'm trying to reacquaint myself with the controls a little bit. Villa Morel. Morel? This is a big place. It's going to take some clearing out. I guess that's going to be our Inquisition base for this. Let's see if we can get Cassandra's quest done, then we can bring Bull out of the bar for a little bit of fun. I think he just shot his friend in the back.
Kill that warrior.
That's definitely Cassandra doing something with that weird violin-y thing. Nog. we could skip all that and just... Right, let's just push to Cassandra's quest. Because I've been saying we'll do that for a while. Right, well, they're all poisoned. I don't know what that does. Definitely Cassandra. It's probably her. 10% guard generation. Mana regen per second. We only have 2 on. I'm gonna turn that off and just see if that stops it, because it's a very annoying sound. That wasn't Dalish that we were fighting, was it? Surely not. We're trying to make an alliance with the Dalish. Look at all these nugs! And Hala! This is a really nice area. More interesting than the hinterlands. There's some beautiful art and statues and things. No, she just did it again. Maybe it's not her then. Is it a soulless thing? Cassandra. Rally. Turn that on. Solus. But it's definitely not Firestorm. It's none of them. Barrick, what's yours? It's not a hail of arrows. It's a Cassandra. We've only just given her that and she's been doing it for a while. Is it Spell Purge? Would be Blessed Blades. It doesn't matter, we're not going to have her for long. Mana, it's mana, right, Mana Surge. We're affected by Mana Surge. It's not me. Mana Surge. Spell... no. He doesn't buff anyone, he just kills people. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Hey Mike, how we doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. Welcome to the stream. You like Emerald Graves as well? I think we do need to go back to Hissing Wastes at some point, but I'm really liking this area. From where? She was pushed, wasn't she? Yeah, it's a rift. Let's pop the rift. You jumpy little bastard. I don't know where Cassandra is. I don't know what she's doing. Nice. Should be as good. I'll take it. Me. Got to follow this path up. I'm actually tempted to do Cassandra's quest and then we go after Blackwall. Because we know where he is. Oh, it's an August Ram, not a Halla. Stop it. More fancy houses. Very nice. I'm definitely going to take over these places. Dire Stone. Is there a way that I can cut a right through here somewhere? Yeah. And a camp. It opens up a bit of fast travel for us. Very nice. Some more power as well. So we're almost on our 40 to unlock that story mission. I'm really looking forward to seeing the quarry. About time. Fuck yes. I'm really looking forward to seeing Veilguard's locations. I know it's not, they're not calling it open world, which I'm fine with. But I know, shove off. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they can do with the engine now they've spent 10 years tweaking it, changing it, and making it fit what they want to do instead of just being thrown at. Should give us a minute. Oh, there's one of you as well. But somehow it's poisoned. I can't hit him. There we go. Nice and easy. We're one power off. We can cross the river here, but I'm just not entirely sure I know where we're supposed to be going next. I see elves have been drawing themselves again. We don't need to fight. Valas Dalen. Just like Elven Stonehenge. Valas Dalen. Valas Dalen. Whoa, there's the giant. There's 2 giants. There's 3 giants. Valas Dalen. Giants fighting Templars. That sounds like a fight I want to get in on. You don't need to attack. We're not friendly. Ow. Right, I poisoned his ankles. He's immune to poison, isn't he? I think he's down. Pop his knees. Take out his kneecaps. No, I didn't want to bring that one into the fight. Right, he stubbed his toe. Take him down. That's a lot of XP. Right, let's go get the others.
Must be something here. Let's look.
These forests have changed much since I was last here.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some help here, guys. Magic hand. Are they immune to magic hand? Surely they're not immune to magic hand. I think this guard ring is coming in absolute clutch for me. Oh, we got the other one with that as well. Nice. Immune to sleep as well. That checks out. They're fairly big. Get him! I think that went quite well. That sounds like more giants. Yeah, there's some over there. Don't feel like we need to kill giants, though. It wasn't a quest, was it? Oh, what's that? Venura. Sandra. Does less damage, but it has so much better armor pen and extra guard. That might be worth having. Yeah. It doesn't look as cool though. It's alright, we'll go with it. Solus, I have an upgrade for you as well, so you lose... You lose quite a bit. But he gains damage, and the skull isn't staring at me all the time. Got loads of inventory space. I really would like to progress this Cassandra quest. So that's what we're going to do. That's probably another landmark. This is a massive area. No, that one. "22 landmarks. Wow. But then a lot of them are shrines, aren't they? Right, I need you guys down here so I can do my portal closing thing. How the fuck are you guys so useless? There's 3 of you, and only 1 of me that can actually stop this thing. There we go, team. This is better. Work together. Protect me. I'm the important one, remember? I'm going to take a hit from the thing on the right. I mean, I was, but either way, I'll take it. That's 1 down. Get over here. That's 2. They're the really annoying ones. You aren't. Yeah, you're a bit of a problem. Oh, you look amazing, though. Are we good? What was the spider thing? That dropped it. Some sort of spider demon. That was an amazing... Well, what glimpses I saw in the flashes in the combat. It was a really nice creature design.
This is one of the mages I spoke of.
Not anymore.
It's over. Thank you for bringing us here.
We are steadily gaining a lot of influence as well, aren't we? Can you max out all of the skills on the influence table or not? Well, I leveled up. Strings have kicked in this area, haven't they? Right. What is... Oh, is her quest just done? I want to unlock this fast travel point, and then we're going to head back and talk to Cassandra, because if we're done with Cassandra, I can swap her out for someone else. And we can maybe go after Blackwall. Or we could do Soulless quests. Because I bet they're going to be interesting and tie into the wider story for Veilguard.
My people built a life here. It must have been something to see.
Surely you could have looked in the Fade and seen it all. I need to sell a lot of stuff as well.
Maker have mercy.
Dalish. They've been murdered.
Most were unarmed. They didn't stand a chance.
There should be Inquisition soldiers here.
Joe, I don't know anything about the story, so stuff like that, please keep quiet till we get there. I didn't know that Soulless left. And stuff like that, I'd rather not know if that's alright. Thank you very much. This is the tomb that we sent them to, isn't it? So much to sell. Right, we've unlocked this.
These are our men.
We've unlocked this as a fast travel location, yes? We have. Right, perfect. Let's just head back and talk to Cassandra. And then see what we do next. Yeah, no, I've not played this one. Played the other two. Played the other two quite a bit, but I've not played Inquisition because I don't like the combat. It was the combat and getting stuck in the hinterlands that put me off. It's like... I mean this in a more positive way than it comes out. This game, the gameplay loop, reminds me very much of Starfield. For better or worse, it's just the same thing over and over and over again. The thing is, this game is 10 years old and Starfield is a year old. But was in development for like 75 years and feels like a 20-year-old game. Cassandra. We don't need to speak to the council, it's Cassandra. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Veilguard. The combat looks ace. That's what's really got me excited about it, and why I'm playing this. And don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the story, but... yeah. Veilguard is going to be a nice breath of fresh air when we finally get there.
The sight of you warms the heart.
Of course it does. We don't even get to talk about...
I was hoping we could spend some time together.
What could we possibly do to pass the time?
I mean, I have chambers that I don't use. Okay, who are we romancing next? Can we romance multiple people? Because Cassandra's kind of boring now. The shine's worn off. Although, she could kill me. She's probably one of the few people here who could kill me. Why are we not in my fancy bedroom that I never go to? Right. That was the sword, wasn't it? Yeah, you see, we need to do that stuff. Alright. We're going to... We have 2 for Solus. We have 1 for Dorian. Are all his in the same area? There's definitely hinterlands, isn't there? Which we can jump around. Salted plains. How many is there in here? There's 1. And there's 2 in hinterlands? 2. Easy enough to get to. I'm sort of saving this powerful rift one. Let's get Dorian's one done, because I'm kind of bored of Dorian as well. I very rarely use him. I'm going to take... Varric, you can stay home, because this isn't going to take very long. I'm going to take Bull, Solus, and Dorian for some hard-hitting, fast-hitting melee and magic. And because I think from this point on we should just keep Solus with us to see what he does. Right, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, we could do Josephine. I don't know, Josephine's kind of... I was kind of blowing really hot on her, and then... She was all like, oh no, there's assassins after me, and we can't just kill them, we've got to make someone royal. My attitude was, send assassins after me and I'll just kill them. But she didn't like that, so... I kind of got bored. We're going to have a serious talk as well, chat. When we're all here, when we're all settled in, for our first Veilguard stream, we're going to have a very serious talk. Because I am conflicted in many ways. Who wants to die first? Oh, I know, you. Got him? Okay, so this is how Dorian is gonna... No loot? Really? This is how Dorian's gonna become our best friend, isn't it? because we're meant to be family, but I don't actually know if that's true. But yeah, we need to talk race, we need to talk class, we need to talk probably specialization depending on which class we go with. I think these are things that I'm going to have to decide on my own, but we'll have a look together with them. We're also going to have to talk romance options because, you know, the Veilguard cast are much prettier than the Inquisition cast. I will give you that. And who doesn't want to romance a giant horned dragon slaying Canary woman? But then there's actual real options as well. No, no bears, no bears, not this time. We haven't got time for bears. We also need to figure out what we're going to do with the audio novella things that they're releasing, because I haven't listened to the one that came out this week yet. I should have dropped it in the community tab, shouldn't I? Really? Are we going to listen to them together, or are you guys just listening to them on your own? Either way is fine, but I would like to catch up so I'm not getting spoilers on the new companions. We've got a few weeks for that, though. Hey, Magi boy. I think class-wise, I will have already decided what we're doing. Character-wise, potentially not. We need to see what the characters are. But I hope by the end of October, I would know if I want to be rogue, warrior, or mage. We'll see. We'll discuss it. See what we all think. Your input is obviously valuable because you are my audience. So I don't want to piss you all off so you all disappear and then the channel dies. That wouldn't be good for me. That's not giving you a reason to leave. You're not allowed to leave. We've already talked about this. It's like Hotel California, this channel.
Nothing to report, sir.
What about the mage on the other side of this hill? Wait, is this... Oh, we've done nothing in here either. Was this the Dragonland? You're not picking up Veilguard till next year at least? Yeah, and that's fine. I think there's going to be a lot of people who want to see what it plays like, how it plays, and how it is on release. Because usually you've got to give BioWare 6 months to sort their shit out, haven't you? Hey Mark, how we doing? Nice to see you. You see, Mark's got a pink hand. I've got a green hand. And I'm going to use it to kill that mage. In fact, no I'm not. I have no mana. That was the explodey bomb thing, wasn't it? That was amazing. Right, Dorian, we're done. We've done your killie quest. How's your weekend been, Mark? I hope you've been recording, cracking on and getting stuff done. I'm waiting for my invite to help you out. What's that? That's completed. Right, okay. Journal. Oh, the Shrine of Demont. Powerful riff. You have done some recording. Good. This is Solus's. It's that button. Oh, it is here. This is Solus's big quest. So we can fast travel there. Shards and things will pick up at a later date, I think. I'm trying to burn through these companion quests so we can do other stuff. You went hiking in the Dales yesterday in the glorious sunshine. That, I don't think I can argue with that. Beautiful scenery. Whereabouts in the Dales did you go?
Inquisitor.
I want to push up that way, but there's rifts and things. That's to leave the map. Yeah, it was probably the last nice day of summer yesterday, wasn't it? It's gonna rain for the next 5 months, probably. Oh, you went to Grassington? Nice. Not been to Grassington for years. I've driven through it, but not been there for a while. You know a nice coffee shop just about everywhere. There's Dalish here, isn't it? I got confused. The Dalish are on this map, not the other map, but the other map has ancient Dalish stuff. Let's level up Bull. He has 4 points, so we'll max out his... Why does he get... Consume. Ravage, Leash Fury. Dragon Rage no longer damages you, although you can no longer use it as often. For some, Dragon Rage is a dangerous ability. For you, it's the only way to fight. You now hit harder and reduce the cooldown time to devour every... I don't know what any of that is. Ring of Pain. Ring of Pain now moves to follow... Right, no, I don't want to play with anybody's Ring of Pain. Lifeblood. Each use of Devour now heals more damage. Consume. Or we could just go with the... Doesn't damage you, but you can only do it every 10 seconds. Yeah, do that. I'm not really focused on his build or anything. Don't need a logging stand, I need a quarry. I'll have that. Come on, Bull, let's take your Ring of Pain into this Fade Veil. Surely 3 of you can just pop that guy. What would... Display? No. Can we not? We can't turn them off, can we? I want to turn the immune thing off, because every time I see immune it just hurts my soul. Very nice. Go on, bull. Right, kick him while he's down. Is that a quarry? No. It's something that... It does sadden me that all of this loot is pointless. I really hope Veilguard's loot scales. It doesn't matter what way you tackle... Is this more? What way you tackle the game, I really hope that they just let you... No, stab him. Let you go wherever you want and the loot just scales with your character no matter what level you are. Oh, what's this place? Don't kill the Halla! It's Dorian again. Dorian's just murdering all the wildlife. Dorian, what are you... Leave the... He set it on fire and then he exploded it with magic. You absolute brute. Fenharal, the Dread Wolf. So I don't know... Oh, there's quite a lot here. We really should have a look because it says Dread Wolf. There's precious little we know about Fenharal, for they say he did not care for our people. Elgarnan and Mithal created the world as we know it. Andriel taught us the ways of the hunter. Silace and June gave us fire and crafting, but Dreadwolf kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Alathane, where the gods could no longer hear our prayers, it is said that Fenharal, it is Haral, isn't it? Fenharal spent centuries in the far corners of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. The legends... He's a bit Loki / Fenrir, isn't he? Legends say that before the fall of Alathane, the gods we know and revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. There is not a Haren among us. Haren must be elf, in Elvish. Among us who remembers these others. Only in dreams do we hear whispered names of Gelduran and Derenthal and Anaris, for they are the forgotten ones, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. Warhammer? In ancient times, only Fenharal could walk without fear amongst our gods and the Forgotten Ones. For although he is kin to the gods of the people, the Forgotten Ones know of his cunning ways and saw him as one of their own. And that is how Fenharal tricked them. Our gods saw him as brother, and they trusted him when he said that they must keep to the heavens while he arranged a truce. And the Forgotten Ones trusted him also when he said he would arrange for the defeat of our gods. If only the Forgotten Ones could return to the Abyss from the time. They trusted Fenharal, and they were all of them betrayed, and Fenharal sealed them away so they could never again walk among the people. From the tale of Fenharal's triumph. God. I think the Forgotten Ones are what we're seeing in the Veilguard trailers, which is why I'm reading stuff on the Dreadwolf. Dorian, keep your stick in your pants. I want to move this. Stop it! Stop stealing my enemies! They are mine to kill. The water looks pretty good here. This engine does do environments very well. Shut. I don't want to find the Dalish camp. Or do I want to find the Dalish camp? With Solus. That's going to be the edge of the world, but it looks like there's something there. It's the Wild Hunt. I'm going to guess that there's a rune hidden in there somewhere. Maybe then.
Tread lightly. This is sacred ground.
Nothing's popped up on the map saying that we can fast travel here. Nothing's popped up saying that it's interesting. Probably something to do with the Dalish. There's definitely a rift here. So I say we clear the demons out. Oh yeah, we gave Bull a new axe, didn't we? That's a crypt. Destroy. Why would I destroy that? It's not even worth it. Oh, those elves are going to be pissed with me. Let's leave before we destroy anything else. If it was a fancy weapon, I'd have taken it. We will come back here. Once we've got a pact with the Dalish, we'll come back here and then they can't get mad at us. Right, let's get Solus's thing done. And then we can bounce back and talk to them both about their quests and see if we've got any more to do. Or if we can push on with some of the area quests. Oh, Solus would be in the ancient baths, of course he would. Oh, he isn't though, is he? Well, maybe he is. I'm gonna run around looking for the rune while you guys fight the, those guys. Can I pick up the torch? Can, right, where's this rune? There's a rift in here as well. I do like the artwork in this world. Bull. Good boy. Oh, come on, where's this rune? Surely can't be this far. Dorian's taking a battering. Nice, nice work. You guys get ready, and I'll stun them. What is... Dorian, why are you not attacking the enemy that's right next to you? He's just had all of our potions. I was watching him. It's bloody useless, that one. I can't wait to get rid of him.
Must grind your gristle, the Elder One is some crazy Vint asshole, huh?
I'm not thrilled to discover we should take those old legends at face value.
Guess he thinks the modern Imperium is a real letdown, too.
Why wouldn't he? Tevinter once covered all Thedas, its glory only matched by its depravity. It'd be like Koslan showing up and learning the Qunari didn't conquer the world after all.
Yes. Priesthood's been trying to explain that one for centuries.
I didn't know the Qunari had conquered the world. I thought they were just constantly trying to wage war on everyone. Has everybody leveled up? No. Right, if anybody sees a rune, let me know. I mean, it's a bit of work, but I can see why this would have been a nice bathhouse. I'm not entirely sure where the baths were. It's there. I need you to do it though, don't I?
Veilfire.
I've lost it. It's there. The moon?
This is part of a larger set.
You are taking the piss. There's more of them in here? I don't think we've had a set of them recently. If I was the devs, I'd stick something behind this tree. There's something else to do here. Not just finding more glyphs. We'll come back if I need it. Could have been on there, actually. Oh no, I'm not fighting wolves. We don't have to... Sorry, wolves. I just don't see the point. I think it's a waste. It's a waste of our time, resources. Certainly a waste of wolves. There's somebody in there. It's a rock.
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned.
That looked like a pride demon. It is a pride demon.
My friend.
Anything you want to share, Solus?
That is not its natural form. It's been corrupted.
Corrupted?
Forced to act against its original purpose. What did they do? What did they do? What did they do? Perhaps we should ask.
A mage! You're not with the bandits? Do you have any lyrium potions? Most of us are exhausted. We've been fighting that demon.
You summoned that demon! Except it was a spirit of wisdom at the time. You made it kill! You twisted it against its purpose!
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied demons, but after you help us, I can...
We are not here to help you.
Word of advice? I'd hold off on explaining how demons work to my friend here.
Listen to me. I was one of the foremost experts in the Kirkwall Circle.
Shut up. You summoned it to protect you from the bandits.
Yes.
You bound it to obedience, then commanded it to kill. That is when it turned. The summoning circle. We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
What? The binding is the only thing keeping the demon from killing us. Whatever it was before, it is a monster now.
Inquisitor, please!
I'm okay with breaking it.
I've studied rituals like this. I should be able to disrupt the binding quickly.
Thank you. We must hurry!
Magic hand time. Bull, stop killing it. We kind of need it alive. We saved it? Oh, it's Thanriel. Oh no, it's not.
En asel atalim. Mamilava halani. Malasuladinadas. Magilani mitinan.
Manuvinen. Dareth Shiral.
I'm sorry, Solus.
Don't be. We gave it a moment's peace before the end. That's more than it might have had. All that remains now is them.
Thank you. We would not have risked a summoning, but the roads are too dangerous to travel unprotected.
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just the spirit. The book said it could help us.
I'm easy. They're from Kirkwall.
Damn them
Wow.
all. I need some time alone. I will meet you back at Skyhold.
Oh yeah, just leave us in the middle of nowhere. We do need to come back to this area, but... Oh, it's actually marked the glyphs. Ah, nice. I'll let you off, game. But they weren't in the same area, so... Let's go back and speak with Solus. Wrong button, that's which 2 button. Let's just give it a second.
Inquisitor.
I guess I owe Varric an ale. I wasn't sure you were coming back.
Neither was I for a time. But only a short time. You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Really?
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep. I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
I feel Solus is like a child.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
I'll let you get back to work.
All right. Thank you again.
He is like a child. But also, I kind of feel like he's... They've done a very clever thing with Solus in this game. Even before you knew about him being a bigger part in Veilguard, I think. In that you're actually exploring the Fade through ancient elven eyes, who's actually specialised in the Fade. Because up to now, I feel like we've all been sort of told that the Fade is a place of evil, and that's where demons are, and demons are bad, and that's where magic comes from, but mages turn to blood magic, and it's all evil and bad, and... When actually seeing the Fade through Solus's eyes, it explains it in more of a neutral state. They're not all evil, it's just, you know, spirits are like mortal lives. They have personalities and things, which is quite a nice little twist. I wasn't expecting that. Do we boost focus? I might, it's probably a waste, but I might do rogue. It's only rare schematics though. Have you got anything? Connections was always a bit rubbish, wasn't it? Solus isn't always right from what I've seen. He's very childish. He's very focused on himself and what he does. But then that's a nice character flaw. You have this all-knowing elf who is actually quite self-centered. Right, I am just going to go... That reads like I have to go off and find these rare schematics. Take healing potions because Dorian keeps drinking them all. Right, someone is back. The Knight Second. With our help, Guard Captain Evelyn took care of Sebastian's forces. Liliana's spies say he has grown deeply impatient and is making plans to retreat. Good, he can shove off. Do we send you on next? What they've shown is 3 health potions, but I'd imagine that you can upgrade stuff. That's quick for you. Copies of Hard in Hightown and Hard in Hightown 3, the repuncheoning. Oh god, who lets him title this stuff? Sit side by side on the table along with a note. Nightingale. Found several similarities to events in Varric's book, but all are slightly off. Dead magistrate was not in his home. Man was murdered in a locked room as it was accomplished. Oh, we've read this. Killer and author are clearly linked. Either the murder investigation or the code might lead us. We should follow up on the murder investigation. The book is just a work of fiction. I agree.
To work?
We need to send Cullen to do something. We're going to send Cullen to do that. 1. 2. Yeah, we are getting through these. This is fine. This is good. We should have... Shouldn't Josephine be back? Well, I don't know what companions I'm going to use in Veilguard, Joe. I have no idea. We don't know enough about them. Does anybody else think that BioWare's Companions Week has been a load of shit? Because we've not actually... They updated... On like the first day, they updated their Companions page to tell you what abilities they had. And then... everything else has been, oh yeah, a companion will have a room in your house and all this stuff. Well, I don't need to know that. I actually want to know a bit more about the companions. Give me an idea of their backgrounds and things. But who cares about the quarters? Like, that's something that you should be exploring in the game. They did a big Discord Q&A a couple of days ago. Friday night, I think. I don't know where. Got an hour on you. I don't know what... Oh, 38 minutes. I thought you had like 10. Let's go speak to Solus, then Dorian, and then we'll see where we're going next. I just don't feel like... I feel like they promised... And alright, they've done the podcast novella thing with the voice actors of the companions actually doing stuff. but I don't know, I think that they promised Companions Week and they've given us nothing.
Inquisitor, do you have a moment?
As long as we're not going to be flirting, that's fine. Okay, we're going up to my room, are we?
What were you like before the anchor? Has it affected you? Changed you in any way? Your mind? Your morals? Your spirit?
I think it has.
If it had, do you really think I'd have noticed?
No. That's an excellent point.
Why do you ask?
You show a wisdom I have not seen since my deepest journeys into the ancient memories of the Fade. You are not what I expected.
Sorry to disappoint.
It's not disappointing, it's... Most people are predictable, but you have shown a subtlety in your actions. A wisdom that goes against everything I know of your people.
I'm just one part of this team, Solus. What about Cassandra or Liliana?
Cassandra separates matters of faith from those of the world, and she above all should understand how limited that is. Liliana has a brilliant mind, but her faith was damaged. To her, it is all a game of tactics now, but not you.
So what does this mean, Solus?
It means that I respect you deeply, Inquisitor. And I have disturbed you enough for one evening.
He doesn't like to get to the point, does he? I still feel like he's not telling us everything. You're going to run around with the Canary Lady and the Elven Mage. I don't know. I think we're going to bounce around between all of them. Show them off a little bit, but we'll see. There's going to be ones that I like and ones that I don't. I quite like the Canary, but I understand why a lot of people are kicking off about it. It is a very weird design, and the fact that they now breathe fire and things is a bit weird. So maybe she isn't a Canary. Or maybe they've just retconned the Canary for the 3rd time in 4 games. And... which it wouldn't surprise me, again, that they retcon something every Dragon Age. Dorian, where's Dorian? But it just feels like... we'll see, right? I don't want it to be this way, and I actually don't think it is. I don't think this game is going to be full of the inclusivity and diversity bullshit that they force in all kinds of things. Because this game has been around for so long, like they've been working on it for so long. I actually think, with how Dragon Age has been in the past, they've just made characters that will fit Dragon Age and the story that they're trying to tell. You know, the fact that everyone is pansexual, you'll get people kicking off. But actually, that makes sense in a game where you might want to romance different characters. In gameplay terms, restrictions will give you a problem. If you... let's take Cyberpunk, for instance. Cyberpunk is a great game. I absolutely love Panam. But if I, as a male V, wanted to romance Judy, I can't, because Judy's a lesbian. But if everybody was just swing whatever way they want, you could also romance Judy as a male. And there's mods that will swip it around and stuff. And you could go down that story if you wanted to do that. Now, I don't actually want to romance Judy. Judy's more of a little sister to my character. That's how I see it, and that's how I always play it. But I get that people want choice. But then people also kick off that there's too much choice and it's pandering. And I don't think you can win. I'm amazed that Baldur's Gate didn't get more heat for Halsin and the bear scene. That bear scene, let's be honest, that bear scene made Baldur's Gate what it is. It is such a huge success because of that bear scene, because of that marketing. But I think that people trying to go down that route, they're just going to get called out for things that they're not actually doing. I don't know. You think sexual preference is a vital part of a character? Yeah, I can see that. Again, I can't argue with that. I mean, I don't know what my preference is. I think in gameplay terms, being able to romance whichever character you are attracted to, regardless of their sex, species, whatever, I get that. And that makes it more of a mental thing, potentially. But also, from a narrative point of view, I get why you would want to sort of box people in and they have a set role, they have a set story, they have set desires and preferences. I'm easy either way, because I'm only going to play it one way when I'm romancing people and options and things. So it doesn't really bother me, because I know what I'm going to be doing, pretty much. But I just think, as long as the story's good, as long as the gameplay's good, as long as the companions are well written and not annoying in a way that is not on purpose, and as long as they've actually made a solid game, it doesn't have to be Game of the Year, it doesn't have to be the best thing ever, it just needs to be, it needs to deliver for 70% of the fan base to be a success, I think. But we'll see. I mean, each to their own. And I think with fantasy games, you've got a broad scope of people who will play all kinds of different games for all kinds of different reasons. And if you're going to mess around with things like that, it's probably fantasy is the place to do it.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix. He spilled wine on you in Redcliffe, remember? I was trying to discover what became of him. Where he ended up.
And?
Nothing. Redcliffe is abandoned, and there's no trace of him. It's as if he never existed. I think the Venatori found out he was helping me. I think they killed him.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
It doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
It's none of my business, but I read it as there was something going on there.
He should be an example for others to follow, or his death is wasted.
Should I spread the word? We could spawn the cult of Felix within a matter of days.
There are worse things.
Probably true. And you're right. His actions should not be forgotten.
I'm guessing there's a way to save him if you go Redcliffe.
Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas. Here we are again.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
You're the one that kills everyone.
Something you need?
No.
I should go.
Naturally.
Right, Dorian's done. We might get a new quest from later, I don't know. Solus, I'm guessing, is done.
My friend.
Yes.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Get out of my way. There's a quest out here.
Inquisitor, if you've a moment. My Lord Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
I've never spoken to Dorian about his past.
The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for. is it not?
Official looking letter. Which tells me it's not official at all. I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting. Even in the asking, I find it difficult to believe myself, considering my son was rebuffed at all contact. This is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south, placing himself in the path of such danger, alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vandral halls watching for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us, somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there. And there is nothing we can do. We are at our wits' end. Magister Hallward of House Parvus. The wording of the letter makes it sound like this isn't right.
What's on your mind?
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
This could be the Venatori. Lure us somewhere remote, then an ambush.
Perhaps, although this does look like my father's penmanship. Or, could he have joined the Venatori? No, that can't. Well, anything is possible. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. We've never talked about my family before. They're not happy with my choices, you see. Nor I theirs.
What choices? Leaving Tevinter?
That too.
Let's go meet this retainer, then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
I mean, I'm happy to do it. We'll see. We can fast travel there as well. This quest is relevant to our previous discussion, is it? Oh, I need to go and get Blackwall back. Right, let's take some muscle. Let's take some talkie. Just in case I can't talk us out of it, Bianca will. It's obviously a trap. I'm kind of waiting for everyone else to level up.
Mate. Be with you.
Good day. Good day.
Oh, that's a point. We haven't done any shopping for a long time, and we haven't done any selling. So... nobody's going to use that. That's pretty good. That looks quite pretty from that design. They're both, so we're both keeping them. I wouldn't use it. If I wouldn't use it, there's no point in keeping any of it. $174 on a battle mage. Probably good. We'll keep those. We'll keep that 33 armor's pretty good for those. That all looks very low. It's not a bad heal bonus, but it seems like a waste of a belt. Well, that can go. Cold resistance can go. Well, if a lot of people will be looking for that, surely that's a quest item. That'll do. Oh, we didn't look to see what she had. It's fine.
Good day.
We've got about 20,000 gold, I think. Yeah, 23,000. So if there is anything that I want... This is all rubbish, though. Got any schematics? No. Right, Dorian, let's make a choice. Is it your dad, or is it a trap?
Good day.
Or is it both? Could it be Felix? Suspiciously empty. Let me out, bull. Very suspiciously empty. They do look like nice rooms, though. I'm sure a weary traveller would enjoy sleeping in one of those big beds. Ambush. Someone's coming. So this is weird. That's the demon.
Thank you so much.
Part of me thinks we need to get rid of the other two companions. Or something's not triggering. Here we go.
Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father.
Yep.
So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
You went through all of this to get Dorian here. Talk to him.
Yes, Father. Talk to me. Let me hear how mystified you are by my anger.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
Huh. I didn't think that would necessarily be an issue.
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then?
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
So that's what all this is about? Who you sleep with?
That's not all it's about.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. For your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
Don't leave it like this, Dorian. You'll never forgive yourself.
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do. Once, I had a father who would have known that.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
Don't look at me. I assumed everybody in Tevinter was like that. I thought they were all free spirit swinging types, but obviously not. Oh, it's Ole. It's, yeah, Tevinter's different to Ole. Yeah, Ole is probably like that. I guess there's not going to be any quests like that that will be kicking up in Veilguard then.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
He tried to change you.
Out of desperation. I wouldn't put on a show, marry the girl, keep everything unsavory, private and locked away. Selfish, I suppose. Not to want to spend my entire life screaming on the inside. He was going to do a blood ritual. Alter my mind. Make me acceptable. I found out. I left.
I'll never understand why blood magic is supposed to solve everything.
The lure of the shortcut. Hard for anyone to resist. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
I think you're very brave.
Brave?
It's not easy to abandon tradition and walk your own path.
At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
He's very much Astarian, isn't he?
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't play the fool with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I could be rather more convincing, I assure you.
Your glib tongue does you no credit.
You'd be surprised at the credit my tongue gets me.
Smooth. Oh, BioWare have always pushed the moral questions and like sexuality and identity and all that stuff. They've always done really well in their early games at highlighting stuff like that. And like, was the first, some of the first gay characters Mass Effect? Like the first same-sex relationship. I might be wrong on that, but I mean that was 2007. But BioWare have constantly been just pushing. And yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's not the same BioWare. They don't ask the same questions. Andromeda was interesting, but the story was just... yeah. Sadly, it wasn't that good. Right, so Solus was done. We didn't save his friend, but we tried to help. I'm saving a powerful rift because that sounds like a big thing. Do we do... it's Valryo. Oh, his card's changed. With serpents and snakes and... ooh. The card changes are pretty sinister. I'm taking the... I was going to go on my own. But I'm taking the usual. No. Solus can stay. We'll take Vivian. Is the game mostly set in Tevinter, though? I think we're going to be jumping all over Thedas, which would be a good thing. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, questions like that we need to get in and play it. I hope they haven't watered down a lot of the choices that they've made in the background and the lore, because that's what makes Dragon Age Dragon Age. The characters, the people. Alright, for me, Inquisition isn't a highlight. But there's characters from Origins and 2 that are just fascinating. And, I mean, even the characters in this go through a story, like Dorian just then. It is a story. He is working out who he is, where he goes with it.
You swear it's true? They saw her in Valchevin?
One of her friends was killed.
She did him proper.
Kind of cute. Probably shouldn't say that when Cassandra's there, but you know. Is there anything to buy? Mike, Joe, anyone who's already played this, who sort of knows, is there anywhere worth going where I can buy some really good stuff that isn't...
cleared, she was still in charge. So what was the point?
Kirkwall. A fancy bed. Story-wise, the game hasn't hit its high note yet. It's still building, because we've had some interesting story bits. But I very much, this is how I approach these kind of games. It's do side quests and companion stuff.
Sir?
Are we going to Witcher 2 this?
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Well, this is grim.
Look at all these people. I thought we were more civilized than this.
Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Blackwall! No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall.
He's not a warden.
Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
That's a messed up mask, isn't it? He's not a Grey Warden at all then, is he? Oh, that's a song? Right, okay.
There is no doubt. Captain Tom Rainier.
He wore the shield.
That is concerning, yes.
Concerning? He's a butcher.
Who is he? I've heard the name, but not in any real context.
Sir?
We can just walk into the prison? Okay. This better be good, Blackwall. Whatever your name is. Or we're gonna have a problem. Why are they just letting me in? Oh, this is a bit grim.
I didn't take Blackwall's life.
I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You think your death will make up for what you did?
Isn't it a start? Why are you here?
That depends on what you say.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Would a monster have given himself up? Somewhere along the line, you stopped pretending.
Yes?
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed. Why?
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
But you weren't at war. Not really.
I've been on enough battlefields to know the same crime at the right time would have earned a medal. But that's what I did, and why I deserve to be here.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question, just as your men trust you.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
That's all for now.
Oh, that's a good twist, isn't it? Yeah, Varric absolutely nailed this entire situation.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
How bad is it?
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier. Even Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to wardens.
She does that.
What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
This is a tough one.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
Some part of you is impressed by what he did, isn't it?
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
I need to think about it.
Do what you must, but come to a decision soon. This will not wait forever.
What do we do? You see, I like Blackwall a lot. I like his character, but obviously I'm clouded by the Wardens and my love for the Grey Wardens and Dragon Age Origins. I absolutely accept that, and I think we've had a conversation like this a few streams ago, didn't we? But he lied. His actions... I don't even know. I don't even know if his actions were true or not. If he was playing the role of Blackwall when we met him. At what point did he decide to own up to his crimes? And I bet Liliana would have figured it out. Although she would have brought it to us, wouldn't she? I quite like the justification that she has a blind spot for Wardens. That's pretty cool. We need to go and see this judge. So we'll do that while we ponder the situation. It's not timed as in I have to do it right now, is it? The Blackwall thing. Rainier thing. He's a good soldier. He could be a good leader. You think Liliana knew? I mean, it seems like the thing Liliana would know. She wouldn't just randomly have the report lying around. But then again, I don't know why she wouldn't tell us.
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs. It's hardly worth it. I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these du Paraquets to a minor lordship. Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
The du Paraquets used to be noble. You'd be restoring an old house of Orlais.
Restoring it far too late. What are the du Paraquets now? Traders? Farmers? Really, it is too much. The very thought causes me pain. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
Alright, let's play the game.
Diplomatic connections that reach far beyond the boundaries of Val Royeaux, perhaps.
I might make use of your ambassador. The Montiliers aren't what they were, but at least they're from proper stock. Arrange for me to be introduced to the court of Antiva. I hear winter is most pleasant by their sea. Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the Duparakets into lordship.
Minor lordship. We don't want them getting all high and mighty. I thought we were going to go to another ball, though. I'm slightly disappointed. I would very much like to go and speak to Liliana now. I don't know what she means, like that sea is nice this time of year. Oh, we're back here anyway. Okay. I didn't just fall off the stairs. I don't know what you're talking about. You saw nothing.
I can spare some time. What do you need?
Carry on.
We are sort of done with Varric now, aren't we? We've done all of his quests.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
They're
Don't
kicking
play
off
the fool
again.
with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I could be rather more convincing, I assure you.
Your glib tongue does you no credit.
You'd be surprised at the credit my tongue gets me, Your Reverence.
We need to talk.
They tell me you have a gift for shadows and blades.
When you put it that way, it makes it sound so elegant.
It does, doesn't it? Mysterious. Even romantic. Pretending it's something else sometimes makes it easier. As your spy master, may I say that I am pleased. My agents appreciate that they can look at the Herald and see themselves. Have I ever talked about my friend Zevran? He was an Antivan crow. He wasn't always good at it. We only met because he failed to kill a mark. But he made me laugh.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
What do you know of Morrigan?
She's changed. She used to be so disagreeable, cruel. She said things just to hurt people. Now the sharp edges have worn away. Perhaps it was Kieran. He saved us, did you know? I would have lost my love without Morrigan's child.
Okay, we're going there.
I never knew her intentions, but I'll always be grateful.
It's nice. I've always wondered how Liliana would feel about if she knew, so she obviously knew.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
He's always in my thoughts, even when we're far apart. My love is on a quest of his own. When the Inquisition has no further need of me, I will join him.
I like that.
For good this time. I have lost enough. I will not lose him as well.
So she's not going to be the Divine.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Val Royeaux, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about it.
I want to go to her parties.
They say you spent some time in Lothering. Did you know the champion?
We spoke a few times. I seldom left the chantry, and we never became more than casual acquaintances. I saw more of the Hawke twins. Bethany in particular. She would spend time in meditation at the chantry, and she seemed to like my stories. The other one, the young man, he was a little surly. I did encounter the champion again later in Kirkwall. Those were terrible times.
That's cool that we're actually getting some... We should have got this sooner, or maybe we've heard this before and I've forgotten. I love how interconnected all these characters are.
Was this when the Chantry was destroyed?
No, that happened later. But even then, the news coming out of Kirkwall was disheartening. There were some in Val Royeaux who wanted the Divine to declare an exalted march on Kirkwall. Justina sent me there to see if that could be avoided, to gather evidence to calm those agitating for war. I guess it didn't matter in the end.
We can continue this conversation
I
later.
really like that ties Hawke into the first game as well. You never meet him, there's no reference to him or his family, but the fact that retroactively they have put little things in like that, that Liliana, who was hiding at the Chantry in Lothering for quite some time.
Oh, Inquisitor, greetings. I was recently appointed by Sister Liliana to keep her books in order. I'm so pleased to be here, helping out in my small way.
Who are you?
Well, I should get back to work.
So should I. I've gone the wrong way. It's fine. Ankles of steel.
Still waiting for your last
In my eyes, at this moment, with everything that we know, the worst thing that Veilguard can do is ignore everything set up with these characters in the past 3 games. I don't think it will. Purely just having Harding in there as a companion, I think, shows that they are utilising elements like that. But I want to see everyone again. We know Morrigan's back. I want to see Alistair. I want to see, obviously, depending on your world and your save.
I must return to Val Royeaux to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
Okay. Right, let's send... Cullen should be done as well. Maybe we can get 2 of them on a quest.
You seem
12
to
minutes on
enjoy
Liliana.
yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the
Well, there's
game?
an hour on that one.
Perhaps it was both.
Sigil of Arcane Horror. I'm gonna have to sell that, aren't I? As ordered, Goodson now resides in an allied lord's tower cell. Tended by polite but hooded servants, claims against him seem dubious, but there is no denying that he was stocked to supply a significant force, should one have come calling. Note from the Inquisition Apothecary. Interesting times, Inquisitor. Thought it was not the final action I was hoping for. I thank you for this interjection. I look forward to ensuring the health and effectiveness of the Inquisition as long as needed. Right, Josie, what are you doing next? Gather me some coin, because that's quick. No, it's not quick. I thought that was like 12 minutes. "15 hours. And it has to be Josephine. Well, okay, she's getting sent on this one. Inquisitor, here's the thing. I don't even own a mask. Thus, when the Orlesian Empress invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. I don't know what Orlesians mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. Perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Celine, and she owes you for the whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen." Alistair seems to come across very jovial in these little missions. I think he's a little bit more serious than this at that point. But still, there is a good deal of bad blood between these nations, but I will do my best to facilitate their talks. You have to.
At your service.
You absolutely have to. Because if they're not fighting each other, then they can help me fight demons. You think they might retcon or butcher? I don't know if they'll butcher. I'm not aware that they've butchered any of their past canon in any of their games. Retcon, yes. Retcon is a problem, isn't it? Right. Val Royale. What are we going to do about Blackwall? Or whatever he's called. Rainier. What are we gonna do?
I don't have a concern about this Corypheus or what have you. The right...
Where is... How do I do the thing? Oh, it's an order of the advisors.
A hard one, she. Set on the way things were.
Okay, I didn't realise. I thought that we could just go and... I hate this war table mechanic. I don't hate it. Hate's a bit too strong. It takes the pace out of the game and quests. And it actually feels like it takes a lot of the personality away from the companions. Certainly the advisors, the NPCs. Because while you get to speak to them and build on their stories, if they actually came to you with a quest and had lines of dialogue saying, here, we've got this quest to do, what do you want to do about it? It'd be better than read this text. Now send someone to do it and it's going to take 15 hours. But I do kind of understand that at this time BioWare was trying to regain their identity. So they were doing different things within Dragon Age to try and do well. And they obviously did well. Like we've said before, it was Game of the Year. Morrigan, turn into a dragon and get him free. Costs 1 power. If you think it worthwhile, we can have Tom Rainier, previously known to us as Blackwall, released from the Val Royale prison in which he awaits justice. Keep in mind, Inquisitor, that he's wanted in Orlais for the massacre which claimed the lives of Lord Vincent Callier, general and staunch ally of Celine, and all of Callier's family. I'll leave this in your hands. We could storm the prison. No. Absolutely not. 2 problems, 1 solution. There was a traitor to our cause, a man similar in build and appearance to Rainier. We bind and gag him, and have him take Rainier's place. He is condemned instead, and the world believes Rainier has paid the price. Oh, that's sneaky. I can request a special dispensation from the Orlesian throne, allowing Tom Rainier to be transferred to Inquisition custody. This may anger some, but after Hamsharal, they owe us a favour, so we'd be burning that favour. Is a traitor to our cause, a man similar in build and appearance to Rainier. Who's the traitor to our cause? Is it him? No. We burn the favour, and I pass judgment. He's released into our custody like Sten. The dispensation came, few questions asked. What passed in Hamsharal is fresh in their minds. Rainier awaits your judgment. New area unlocked. New area. I want to talk to him more. I want to understand. Bring me a cushion and then the prisoner.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
Don't think I've saved you. Your life belongs to me.
Whatever you paid, it wasn't worth it. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
Your opinions will no longer be considered. You've lost that privilege. I decide what becomes of you now.
And what becomes of me?
Blackwall intended you join the Wardens. I will let them decide your fate. But only when Corypheus is dead. For now, Tom Rainier, the Inquisition needs you.
As you command.
Blackwall gave you the chance to atone through action, not merely punishment. I find I can do no less.
I am grateful for this, Inquisitor. And I will serve for as long as I can.
I'm going to be honest, I wasn't expecting it to go that way. I honestly didn't know what I wanted to do. As soon as the option to give him to the Wardens flashed up, I knew that that was it. Let's go see him.
What they did with the Warden.
That was no warden.
Well, yes, that was the crime.
No, it wasn't. The crime was far worse.
You haven't seen the war reports.
Now I'm going over everything he's said, every situation, every conversation where he's talked about the Wardens. Stroud didn't remember him, did he? He knew the name, but he didn't know Blackwall as a comrade. That explains why he's the only Warden not to be affected by this calling.
Inquisitor?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Inquisitor means something. Blackwall doesn't.
It means something to me.
Let's talk about you. The truth this time.
I suppose I owe you that.
So you're actually Orlesian?
Well, didn't I say that I was from Markham in the Free Marches? I didn't lie about that. I spent my childhood there, and then Olay called to me. Markham seemed lifeless, colorless in comparison.
Did you have a family? A wife? Children?
Children? None that I know about. If they exist, it's best they stay away. No one deserves a father like this.
Tell me about your time as a soldier.
I served in the Imperial Army. I distinguished myself there, earned respect, the loyalty of my men. And then I threw it all away. Betrayed my own side for gold. Only gold.
You were on the run from the authorities, weren't you?
Yes. I made my living as a hired sword. Spent most of my coin on drink. The occasional whore. I never stayed in one place for long. Had to keep moving. I got to see much of Orlais that way. I saw what men like me had done to this great empire. It was a shock. Seeing it up close. Hearing the stories. It's one thing to hear the news from afar. Another to actually be there.
We'll continue this another time.
I don't know, chat. I'm not sure. I want to trust him, but he's kind of burned that trust, hasn't he? Oh my god, what a cool picture, though. It was worth saving him for that picture alone. That's incredible. Right, Bull. You're coming with me. As is Vivian. As is Dorian. Some of the art on these cards is amazing.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked.
Is this going to get romantic? I didn't bring Cassandra. But that wasn't the reason I didn't bring Cassandra.
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship. They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
I'm glad you don't have to live your life looking over your shoulder anymore.
I regret we were forced to deal with them. That you were endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
You seem a bit steady for such an outgoing lifestyle.
The life of an entertainer didn't suit me at all. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
You were only defending yourself.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
You of all people should know you can't play the game without bloodshed.
Never as the first resort, Inquisitor. Never as a way that makes currency of lives. In all the commotion... forgive me, I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
Hold on to it. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
I will never forget you helped save the House of Montillier, Inquisitor. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
I think she'd be a terrible bard. Right, Solus that I'm holding on to. Liliana that I'm holding on to. And that's the shrine that is in the Forbidden Oasis that we haven't done yet. Is it time to put Narsil back together? I don't actually know where we're going for that one. Yes, I do. We've got a lot of quests done. Oh, if we can fast travel here, then I should have gone to Skyfall. Skyhold. I keep wanting to call it Skyfall. That was the Bond film, wasn't it? Skyhold is just an odd... It sounds odd to me. Oh, this looks...
So this is where the Sullivan blade was lost.
Or abandoned, if the rumors are to be believed.
Yeah, I also don't really want this party for it. Oh, can I not leave? Okay. Right. I think that... Well, I'm not going to be able to use this sword anyway, am I? I'll give it to Cassandra. Her sword's hideous. I'd like to take Solus with me on that one. Anything Elven, I want to take Solus with us. We certainly don't need Vivian. And we probably don't need Dorian. But Liliana had come back from her quest, so let's send her off on another one. I am starting to feel like, and there's still a lot to do. There's a lot of side quests to do, but I am starting to feel like the weight of the pressure of everything is lifting a little. I was feeling a bit overwhelmed with everything on the war table and all the quests and things. And a lot of them are just simple fetch quests, like the just jump around the map, find the shards, things like that. But I feel like we're starting to make a real good dent in this. Elven original name. Translation was a place where sky is kept.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
That makes sense. It's a rough translation of... Arcanistegna was supplied with remnants of exposures to the rifts and the fade. And she's done something. It is best to contain her efforts to the Undercroft from now on. What has she done? Is there anything fun for Liliana to do on this part of the map? There is not. Okay. Unmask those across the sea. Have we got any super long ones? Continue researching what? It's a chunk of hours. It's not very long at all. Okay, come on, give me something hefty. Stop war between Navarra and Tevinter. You don't have anybody for that. Support from Navarra. Oh, they're all about the same time. College of Magi. He's on another mission for a while though, isn't he? A situation unfolding in the Navarran city of Cumberland, you know where the sausage is from. Location of the College of Magi, which, until the outbreak of the Mage Rebellion, was the philosophical heart of the Circles of Magi. Now mostly abandoned, it has become a home to a number of mage refugees. This has drawn the ire of local servants, with the mob threatening to assault the college. I thought we did this! Duke, Sandral, and Axis doing nothing to stop them. Inquisition agents suspect the Venetari agents are behind the mob, looking to uncover artifacts from the college once magical defences are breached. Use diplomacy? Nope. Send a force. We could protect the innocents and recover anything useful. Or we send agents to evacuate the college. They can be brought to Skyhold along with their artifacts. I like that. I like both Cullen and Liliana. Cullen's kind of busy at the minute. And if we do it quietly, I feel like that might actually be better, even though it's longer.
Let's see what we have.
So Liliana's going to help the mages and bring home the artifacts. Oh, he's got an hour. Right, okay. Perfect. Right, quick chat with Josie before we go sword hunting.
We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royal. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me?
Even Liliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
It's not Andraste who saved me.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from the Fade. You could attempt to tell Val Royal citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
I don't want to claim that I speak for her. They may take my word as hers. I don't want to claim it myself. Spread love and peace, man. Andraste loves us all.
Tell these petitioners, Andraste said she cares for us always, as she walks by the Maker's side.
A fine sentiment. We will have it proclaimed in Val Royal.
Yeah, I feel dirty doing that, but, you know.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Navarra. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
More proof the Inquisition's fame has spread.
Fame is one thing. Asking for help is another. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a Venatori cult on the Navarran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Navarra instead of Tevinter.
Oh, that's a new icon.
I actually have relatives in Navarra. If you reason with the Archon, the Trevellians can persuade King Marcus we should help both countries.
Letting the Inquisition curry favor with both Tevinter and Navarra. Most ideal.
I've been playing the game.
Yes?
How do you stay so civil with everyone, Josephine?
Bonds of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Does it even become a strain sometimes?
Well, it can be trying. There is no shortage of self-regard among the nobility. The game can be wearying, discouraging, and extremely baneful. But honestly, I'd miss meeting people. I've made the most fascinating friends.
One good thing about becoming Inquisitor has been meeting so many different people.
I'm pleased. I imagine we appear a strange bunch to those outside our circle. Mages, Templars, Seekers, and an apostate elf are not often found working in harmony. Or at all.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
That's good.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Let's speak later.
Farewell. A pleasure.
Yeah,
Let's
we've
speak later.
exhausted. We've done a fancy quest for her. We've saved her family. We've done all this. We've made nobles of morons. And we, I still can't get a cutscene with her. Right. I am going to take... Bull can have a run out. Dorian likes to destroy things, and let's take Solus as well. I'm probably going to save Blackwell for something special or personal to him, because I don't trust him. I'm going to let him earn his atonement, but I don't trust him. But what a brilliant little twist. Really liked that twist. I wasn't expecting it. Sleep bomb's useless. I don't bother with Marked for Death. I don't really care about any of that either. Death Blow. No, hold on. So I've been unimpressed with all of those, haven't I? You unleash a cloud of toxic dust that damages all enemies that remain in the area. Throwing knives were terrible as well. I don't want caltrops, but I'm tempted to go down this side. Although... You leap away from incoming attacks, putting yourself where you need in the fight. Knockout powder. Automatic crit hits is nice, but it's panicked or sleeping, and I don't tend to play around with stuff like that. That sounds quite powerful. When you're in stealth and shortly after leaving it, you attack. That's strong, because I'm quite often attacking from stealth, aren't I? Right, we're going to go down this route. We'll take Evade. And I will put Evade on Sleep, because Sleep doesn't seem to do anything. That means if I'm getting battered by a dragon, I can bamf out. Ball has nothing. Dorian has 3. He is necromanced up. Wall of Fire. Fire, no, not Fire Mine. Fire Mine is, you've got to position, it's a lot of damage though. Size bonus 3 meters. It's a larger wall of fire and the flames burn longer on enemies that pass through it. Or, begin at your location and moves away from you over the duration. So this is 300% weapon damage. Panic and flee. Flash fire burns brighter and hotter, intensifying the panic your enemy suffers. Or panicked, leave a trail of blazing flames behind them when they run. Do those flames set other people on fire? Take that one and we'll see how we go. Solus doesn't have anything. One last thing to do before we go anywhere is just check his armor. That's probably better. Oh no, I hate it. He loses health, but he looks more like Bull. What's he wearing? Strength. So I have a strength. Don't. I have a +5 strength. That'll work. Right, excellent. And that is where I'm going to call the stream. We'll be back with this tomorrow. I've already set up a scheduled stream. The only day that we won't be doing Dragon Age outside of our normal... Well, we're sticking to schedule except for Wednesday when Space Marine 2 is out. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing for Space Marine 2, but I don't think I'm going to be streaming in the evening, so Dragon Age we'll have to skip. But we'll... If I can work it... next weekend's busy. Because I'm out, I'm away next weekend. We'll see. We'll definitely be doing tomorrow night, we'll definitely be doing Tuesday, and we'll definitely be doing Thursday and Friday nights. As I say, tomorrow night's stream is set up. I am at Physio tomorrow afternoon, so Star Wars Outlaws is back on Tuesday, 4 PM. So next stream will be tomorrow night's Dragon Age, which probably is a good thing because we're really starting to push on. I don't know how long is left. I still think that it feels like we're kind of deep in Act 2 from what I'm seeing, but it is starting to build and our companions are devious little bastards. But anyway, I'm going to go. Thanks to everyone who's jumped in. Mike, always nice to have you in chat, and I know we've had a few other people dipping in and out. Thank you all for being here. Look after yourselves. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you all in the next one.